For a limited time only, head on over to MrMuckCoin.com and use code GS for 15% of all purchases. Not only can you purchase coins, you can purchase players, you can purchase training, you can sell coins for a little bit of extra bread. Who can use extra bread? You can get your solos done. You can pay to get your level grinded. You can sit back and relax and let someone do the dirty work for you. Go to the link in the description and make sure you click it and head on over to MrMuckCoin.com and use code GS for 15% off all your purchases. What's going on, guys? GS here. Welcome back to another Madden 20 video. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. So today we are going to show you guys the 2 million coin spree that we went ahead and got. That we went ahead and purchased, that we put into several upgrades, and I mean several. We got 5 fully upgraded players, and let me tell you, training is so expensive to where I think a few weeks ago or last week, whenever Ted Hendricks came out, I purchased his card for $250K, and it took like another $300K just to power him up because he had 2 abilities that went for $1,200 each. So like, training is so expensive to where to power someone up and give them glitchy abilities, it'll cost you sometimes more than a card. But let's take a look here. Okay, we sold, because I was down to like 8K, so I had to sell some stuff. So I got rid of Mel Blount. We got rid of Mel Blount. Feel like there's other cornerbacks that are better. On top of, he is a legend, so he's not going to get a new card probably until like some type of deep promo later on in the year. So I know he can go several months without a new card. Patrick Peterson, though, I will be getting again at some point, because whenever he gets a new card, he's usually the best cornerback in the game. So at some point I will be getting this card again, but I needed the coin, so I went ahead and I needed the training, so I powered him down and just quick sold this card for training. But we won Willie Brown, you see right here, for $370K. We sold Matt Burke, we powered him down, and I quick sold his 89 overall card for training, because I know training is so expensive, and I didn't just want the card to sell and then have to buy. I'll just quick sell, just take the training. And then this is me purchasing training right here, buying 2 Jones Juniors to just get 4,000 training right there, or like 20. What is it? 2,600 or whatever it is. But without further ado, anyways, let's show you guys the upgrades that we made. So we have a 91 overall still, a 90 overall offense. Defense is still 92. And after the game with Chewbacca Lemma, if you guys saw that video yesterday, if you didn't, definitely check it out. It was a great head-to-head game. I was just practicing, labbing some stuff, and then I went ahead and purchased Willie Brown, because like, you know what? In Palms, they're pretty much going to man up. So I really could use another great man-up cornerback. Let me finally get Willie Brown, because I've been wanting him for a while. And we got that game. In the first game, I purchased him. I kid you not. The first game I purchased him, we went ahead and activated him, and he got 2 picks. 2 picks, just jumping, incredible plays. Because he's, I think, the only person in the game right now that could get man up and zoned out. So he pretty much is going to have lockdown defense at all times, no matter what type of coverage you want to put him in. But anyways, offensively, we made 3 upgrades. We got Bruce Matthews here. We picked up Bruce Matthews instead of, I think, Waters, who I previously had. Waters did have 92 run block, but Bruce Matthews has 91 run block, 92 run block, finesse, 90 strength, and I did put Brawler in all of my offensive linemen. Why not? More strength, the better. Hold off these Lawrence Taylors that be shedding everyone's life away. So we did pick up Bruce Matthews, man, who I've been wanting for a while. So again, 91 run block, 89 pass block. Card has been very, very, very good for me. And I will always say, even though I put so much value into special teams and kickers and punters, because you guys know I play very heavy with field position, and I definitely love to have kickers that can make deep kicks that can allow me to get points from further away. But I'll always will say whenever you're building a team, I just that's just a whole nother conversation. People still don't get what it is I was saying. I was saying people shouldn't go get a Steve Young, a Bo Jackson, a Marvin Harrison, a Jerry Rice, Kellen Winslow, and your kicker is Matt Bryant. Like I think like you should sacrifice. Don't get the Steve Young. Just use flashback Andrew Luck for 2 weeks, and then get you the limited kicker so you can boot the heck out of the ball from further. But anyways, the most important thing when starting a team, when building, is offensive line. And I'll never forget one of my losses in Madden 25, I believe. Well, okay, I can't say I'll never forget when I don't remember which Madden it was. But I just started Madden, and this guy was awful. He was awful, but he destroyed me because at defensive tackle, he had Ndamukong Suh and Warren Sapp. And those guys destroyed me. I couldn't run the ball because every time I was a handoff, they insta-shed and I was stopped in the backfield. I couldn't pass the ball because every time I hiked it, they was just in my face, and it just stopped me from doing anything. And I was like, okay, I got frustrated. That's when I really started getting into purchasing, packs to try to get good players. That's when I was hooked from then because I lost to someone. We all lose to people at times where we know we're better than them. But few things go their way, and it's just a bad game. It's like, you're a better Madden player than they are, man. And that was that game where he was just awful. But his defensive line was just destroying my life away. So offensive line to me is very important. Even though I went from a 90 overall to a 91, like right here, I had Burke. I went from a 90 overall to a 91. We went ahead, and did it because every little bit helps on the offensive line. Even if I do 10 run plays, if they can just hold off Lawrence Taylor just one time out of that 10 to where maybe the previous guy couldn't, then I'm all for it because that could completely change the game. We also, speaking of, upgrading, we also picked up Kevin Mawae. And Kevin Mawae, Mahawi, 91 strength, 93 run block for Kevin Mawae. And big run blocks, big doinks and Amish. Kevin Mawae right here, 91 strength, 93 run block, 91 run block finesse. Just an absolute goon. And he's got great speed, like 71 speed for a center. It doesn't happen too often where my center is going to hit the second level, but if it ever presents itself, he's going to put in work with that speed, like 71 speed, man. And 93 run block, definitely a great addition. And then I also picked up John Runyon. Now, I've been wanting Deerdorf forever, but every time I look, he's 977K. And matter of fact, let me take a look at my companion app right now to see how much this goofy bastard is going for. Because I promise you, every time I look, he's up for 1.13, and I'm just not going to afford him at that. Like, I'm not going to purchase him at that price. And I remember refusing to pay 500K for him when he first came out. I would buy him immediately if I had 500K. You can take a look at my coins and you can see that, I ain't got that. But I picked up Runyon, and here's the reason why. Because I have a scheme, right, where I run the ball, and I run the ball a lot. As we know, I've been doing this for years. I always have a heavy run scheme. Well, not always. I used to pass the ball a ton. I used to be very pass heavy. I develop a run scheme consistently. I think Madden 13, but the previous Maddens from Madden 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, I was always pass heavy, and I just picked up a heavy run scheme in Madden, I think 13 or maybe 25, not sure. Hold on, let me just take a look. Right tackle, quality 90 to 91, and there's one Deerdorf up for 950K. Like, I'm just not buying it. But, there's a single back wing style formation that I have with 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and it's a very heavy single back style run where I just run like, stretch out of it or dive. And I can substitute right tackles at tight end. So what it is I'll do is I'll go on ahead and I'll substitute, I will go and I'll put Lane Johnson for Runyon. And Lane Johnson will now be my right tackle. And then I'll substitute Armstead for Munoz. And then I'll put Munoz and Runyon at tight end. So I have 7 offensive linemen blocking for me. Like, it's pretty glitchy. It's pretty glitchy. We do like pretty well running the ball with that formation. And then when I want to toss the ball to I form, I have Armstead and I have Lane Johnson as my pulling guard. You see Armstead right here with great speed with 77. And then you have Lane Johnson, who's always just a speed demon, speed dog with 78 speed. So, whenever I run that stretch, I'm going to have Munoz and Runyon at tight end. and hopefully they do good holding their blocks. But outside of that, he's still my starting right tackle, and a 92 strength, 92 run block with a pass block of 86. And so 3 offensive linemen, all going for quite a bit. All of these guys are like 300K plus, so that right there was about over $1 million easy. Just buying them into training to power them up, it was expensive. So we got those 3 guys, and then on defense we picked up 2 new players. One of them being Willie Brown, and this card has just been awesome for me ever since I got him, and I know he was going to be awesome because I played against him and he shut down. Like, I get so nervous throwing his way because he's that good. 6'1", 90 speed, 93 man, 92 zone, 92 press, 91 play rec, and again, he does get the abilities to where he is able to go on ahead and get man up and zoned out together. So you see man up, improved coverage and catch knockouts in man-to-man, and zoned out, improved reaction and catch knockouts in zone. Now let me tell you, the improved knockouts is a real thing. It's a real thing. We played a game of squads to where someone hit us with a curl, which is pretty much a man-beating route, a quick hike, and, our defender's behind them. And he threw it to him a few times, and Willie's just right behind him, and he'll tackle him and knock the ball out, and it's an incomplete pass. To where anyone else, it's a completion for 5-6 yards or whatever. So that's big. Like, that's a very, very, very big, helpful thing. So he's so good. He's the best coverage guy in the game, because no matter what coverage I put on the field, whether it's zone, whether it's man, he's going to put in work and be absolutely disgusting with zoned out and man up. Like, it doesn't matter what it is I do with him on the field. As long as he's active, he's going to have coverage all over the place and be smothering. And in squads, we actually had Richard Sherman and Willie Brown active, because Sherman has zoned out and so does Willie Brown. So I'm able to go on ahead and put in work with those 2 guys and utilize their zone abilities. And then last but not least, we picked up Alan Page, who I was going to activate, but I misread his finesse rating, and it was 88 stock, which means it was going to be powered up to 89, and unfortunately I was unable. Now it's up to 91 because one with pass rush tier 4, and then one from Coach Madden, pass defense tier 2, but he doesn't get finesse specialist. I had all I was going to go ahead and activate him and Randall, because a lot of people are going ahead and they're having like pass rush, outside tackles with like edge elite all day, whatever, to prevent, which most of us do, is having like a Von Miller or Lawrence Taylor or DeMarcus Lawrence or like a dominant edge rusher to prevent those guys from shedding. And I was like, with Randall and Page powered up and active, no one has their center active with, lockdown, all day and all that stuff. Like, no one has, the abilities to stop that up the center. They all do outside. So I think Page and Randall would be great. And just stock pass rush, just immediately shedding and coming right up the gap. And possibly forcing them outside the pocket to where Von and LT can hawk them down. But he doesn't get finesse specialist. He actually needs 90 and he has 89. So that was a bummer. But still, 81 speed, which means I can't spy him. He has okay speed. If someone has like a Mahomes, now he's not going to, no one is fast enough to chase down escape artists unless you spy like Tillman or Shazier or someone like almost 90 speed. But outside of that, outside of escape artists, he can QB spy pretty much any quarterback in the game if that's what you wanted to do. 87 block shed, 85 power move, 91 finesse move, man. So 5 cards. Now I was at some point going to try and save for Patrick Willis, right? Because the 49er fan in me obviously wants him on the team. But he's going to be very situational. Like, he's not going to be on my team to the point where I am having him on the field at all times, because the only time he will see the field is when I'm in 3-4 to stop the run. If someone is passing the ball, then, he's probably not going to be on the field, because I'd rather have safeties or a lot of cornerbacks out there to try and stop, the pass. And, but eventually I'm going to get him. 100% at some point I will be getting him because I want him on my team, even though he's going to be situational. I want my man Willis. I want him on the squad. The 49er fan in me wants him on the team, man. So eventually I will be getting him. And I had more than enough coins to get him. But I was like, you know what? Instead of getting him, I could get literally 5 players. I did the math. Like, I can get 3 offensive linemen. I can get a brand new cornerback. I can get a brand new D tackle instead of Patrick Willis. So I went with that instead. So now I got to save up all over again. You take a look. I'm at 1,300 trophies. So I'm inching, getting closer and closer to another Von Miller. That right there is going to be, that's going to be about 700K after taxes. And that right there is going to be helpful. Weekend league rewards are going to come out. I got to do my solo battles. And hopefully when there's a new Ultimate Team 10, who we have speculations might be Devin Hester. It might be Devin Hester with the new ability where you can get the special teams ability. But, yeah, we're going to go on ahead and get him at some point. Hopefully he just gets cheaper by then. And I still want... I still want to get... Oh, he's not even up here. Oh, Trufant, but they're just so expensive. Like, they're so expensive. But eventually, maybe I'll get these guys. But anyways, man, tomorrow we're going to be back with more head-to-head gameplay. Like I told you guys, man, I appreciate you guys being patient with me. I know the head-to-head gameplays were slowly rolling out. But now it's time to gear up, man. Football season is this week. And now the gameplays are going to be here, man. So the face cam of me showing my ugly mug and all that stuff is going to be coming very, very, very soon. A lot of pack opening challenges. A lot of wild things we got coming your way. So appreciate the support, man. Out of all 5... which player are you guys looking forward to seeing how they do? Now, I know you might be like, well, obviously Nelson's going to be between Willie Brown or Alan Page. Like, who wants to look at a center? I do. I look at how players play on dives. I look at players, how they, react when they do, stretches or anything on the run, because I love to run the ball and I love to watch how offensive linemen play, and I need them to perform well. So maybe there's someone out there like, GS, I ain't going to lie, man. Single back with 7 offensive linemen out there with Runyon and Munyazi at tight end. I want to see how Munyazi does. It might be good. It might be glitchy. I got to check this scheme out, Nelson. You might put me on to something. But listen, your boy ain't being wagging in Nathan. Understand that I've been doing this, baby boy. I've been running the ball when running wasn't cool. I was running the ball when it was difficult and passing was easy. I was still running the rock. Now that passing can be OP in the right hands. But now that running is OP, don't let them think your boy's jumping the bandwagon. Because if you know Nelson running the ball, baby boy. But anyways, it's your boy GS, man. We're going to go ahead and be signing out, man. Appreciate the support. As always, until next time. Peace!